Cyber attacks are getting faster and smarter, yet most companies still only test their defenses once or twice a year. Ethiack combines artificial intelligence with human ethical hackers to test systems continuously, catching weaknesses as soon as they appear. George, most companies still do annual security tests. Why isn't that enough anymore?
Two reasons why. First, your digital infrastructure is not static anymore. And then the second reason is that the cybersecurity environment is not the same. So basically nowadays you have more tech vulnerabilities than ever. 100 new CVEs, which are like the public known vulnerabilities, are published every single day. And time to exploit, so the time that takes an attacker to strike, it's negative nowadays. This means that attackers strike faster than patches even exist.
How is what Ethiack does different from the usual vulnerability scanner most companies use?
Scanners are basically checklist tools. They follow deterministic rules. They check for common vulnerabilities. They check for misconfigurations. They check for unpatched common things. And they are not really validating vulnerabilities. Right now, scanners are so noisy that it's around 20 to 40% of false positives. So they will report you a potential issue. But the potential issue is not really a risk. So what we do is we go further. First, we verify every finding. So if it's not exploitable, we'll not tell you. So we'll find less things, but really the real impact things. And how we do that? We do what hackers do recognition of applications. We understand how the application works. We pivot attacks. We experiment. Our technology really mimics what a hacker does. So that goes really more in depth. And then you are going to validate what is really matters for your business.
AI is known to make mistakes or hallucinate. How do you make sure your system only reports real threats?
We have a technology called proof of exploit. And proof of exploit is basically an agent that we have that verifies every vulnerability. So as I told you, we are not just reporting potential issues. We are actually exploiting them and giving the proof of exploit to our security teams. That's one. And the second thing is AI is cool and is very good at speed, at repetition, and at scale. But AI is not good at creativity and validation. So on top of that, we have humans. Okay? So the future will be AI-led with human oversight.
There are new European rules that now require continuous testing. What's driving that shift, and what are companies getting wrong about it?
Yeah, there are two main regulations right now. One is NIS2 and then DORA for the financial industry. Those are the main ones that talk about continuous testing. There are two misconceptions here. So one is companies still think that continuous testing can be done by scanning. And as we talked about, scanning is not enough for the quality and the depth that you need. And the second is that regulation means that if you comply with regulation, you are secure. It raises the floor for laggards because it makes them do the baseline of security, but it's still the baseline. If you are doing the baseline, okay, you are checking a box, but you are not protecting your organization.
You often say attackers are now exploiting vulnerabilities faster than patches can be released. How big a problem is that speed gap?
It's a huge problem. AI is now too fast for humans to react, right? So as I like to say, you are going to be hacked in a blink of an AI. So if you really want to be one step ahead of them, like you are not going to do annual pen testing or monthly pen testing or even weekly pen testing. You need to be able to do continuous pen testing. And more important, we need to understand that attackers have these tools already. So they are supercharging cybercrime with AI.
You're essentially teaching AI to think like hackers. What happens if that kind of technology ends up in the wrong hands?
That's the question that keeps me at night, right? The technology is very powerful and AI is neutral, but attackers have the same access to exploitation methodologies, to known vulnerabilities, to open research than we do. And they have access to AI as well. So AI is already supercharging the cybercrime. The difference between us and attackers, it's one word, which is ethics. Ethics matter, responsible development matter. We verify and we validate every business that works with our technology. But the question is not if we should slow down AI offensive innovation. It's that we should speed it up because attackers have the advantage. Attackers have the same tools and they don't need to build a business around it.